Alright, this is a little bit of a test again. I've adjusted a few things here, but at the moment I do not see the game, and that's a problem. Let me make sure it's up here. Now, okay, we do see it. That's great. Let me make sure we're working correctly. Once again, we're still adjusting, but I want to finish this free-for-all, and then we'll see what happens from there. So let's go back into it. So Mateo's down here at the bottom, and he's hiding out. He's got a couple of gateways, and that's all. He has 0 units. And, you know, he's just hoping nobody comes to kill him, similarly to the way I am right now. Now, I went ahead and expanded right next to my orbital. I'm going to have to move out soon and take an expansion. So let's keep tabs on the bottom. There's a little more action happening on the bottom right now, and that is between Life and Chronic. Chronic has a decent force, about 10 Marines, a couple Marauders. This siege tank is the most dangerous unit that he has. He has lost a lot of workers at some point that we missed. And so it looks like Life is in a stronger position right now with 28 drones. Let's check Army real quick. 63 supply, 82 for Gare Bear. So let's check on Gare Bear. Gare Bear is throwing down on a limbs. And these roaches, while they might look pretty tough, these are immortals. Immortals destroy roaches. And wow, we have our first player leaving. Yes, Life has crushed Chronic. If that force just couldn't hold up, I'd say that that siege tank was sniped by these Zerglings or something, and that overwhelmed the infantry force. So Chronic's gone. And this side, this main base here, is now going to be fought over between Life and Chuvy, who has 3 carriers and a mothership. Let's cut back up to the top. Okay, Limbs has decided to go and take on Gare Bear. This is 10 roaches and a Ravager. We have 6 Stalkers. He's about to lose that Immortal. He needs to protect that last Immortal, but look how many roaches died. These Stalkers alone could crush that force now, along with the Immortal. Limbs looks like he's about to eliminate Gare Bear. We'll see how long Gare Bear hangs around. Oh, there he goes. And, you know, I'm not too sad to see him go. So, Limbs now owns the top side main. Limbs, who is presently at 46 supply. He did take some damage from a couple different players. Meanwhile, down here at the bottom, Mateo is... he has 5 Stalkers. What's he doing with them? Oh, he's defending an expansion. Okay, great. And as he has recently expanded, it looks like I have recently expanded. So, got a tank, got a couple Marines. I'm just now noticing that I wonder if game sound is loud enough. Oh no, it is not. Let's turn that up a little bit. Okay, let's try that. Might be a little too loud. Details. So I see this Overlord here, and when I start shooting it and it doesn't move, I got a pretty good idea that Gare Bear's dead. Checking that out with my Viking. Now I've just seen that Life was defeated, and I see that there are Protoss units killing Gare Bear's units, and I run away my Viking because I still don't want to take a fight if I don't have to. So Life has been killed by our carrier mothership force. Not surprising at all. These carriers are pretty powerful. Let's see if they have upgrades. They do not yet have upgrades. Is he working on upgrades? Where's this hypercore? There it is. Nope, he's not, but doesn't matter because he now has the bottom base. So here at 11 minutes, we have our winners of the competition for each main, and that is Chuvy, a Protoss on the bottom, and a Limbs, a Protoss on the top. But they did that with very different units. So, a limbs with a Stalker Immortal Force. Got a few sentries for defense. And the limbs is about to take... Well, he's already taken that base there. And he's probably going to just build up a little bit here. He has 31 probes. Who's the leader in economy now? Mateo? Mateo is the leader in economy. So our orange Protoss on the bottom, we need to keep an eye on him. Now, Chuvi has immediately made a strike. His 5 carrier force along with this mothership is way too much for a limbs right now. A limbs with only 7 stalkers is not going to be able to compete with that. And so Chuvi kills off this natural, and now he's coming up after me. I am very stressed out at this moment because I don't want to fight carriers. I've not been getting ready for carriers. Pull a quick repair on my bunkers, and I have a lot. About 16 SCVs trying to repair these 2 bunkers. I pull everything. I'm pulling everything to try to hold back these 2 bunkers. And I have 6 SCVs repairing this bunker that he's trying to kill. And even in the game, I was so surprised that this bunker was holding. I'm sure he was surprised as well. He's deciding to kill my tanks instead. My assumption at this moment was that I was getting attacked by the Protoss from up here. So I am rethinking, now that I know there was a Protoss attacking here, I'm going to slow down my siege tank production. I'm going to try to get some anti-air units. So right now I am producing 2 Marines, 2 Vikings, a couple of missile turrets. My stem is going to finish, but he's going to create some trouble for me, so I'm trying to get these Marines over here. I'll try to repair that turret. I'm amazed at this moment that my anti-air defense is holding. But it is. This one base carrier is powerful, but I just barely had enough to defend it. So, somehow, I have fought this guy off, and he goes over here and finds that Mr. Gold is living in the top right side. And it looks like he doesn't want to fight with Mr. Gold. In fact, he lost a carrier to Mr. Gold. He lost the second carrier, Mr. Gold. Mr. Gold is also getting carriers and a mothership. He did it in a completely different method. Meanwhile, Chuvi has a problem. Mateo strikes back. Mateo, with his 14 stalkers or so, is killing Chuvi's main. Chuvi is down to 1 probe. Where's that probe? Oh, hiding over there. Chuvi's about to try to come and defend his main. He has no money. And Chuvi... Oh, not a chance. To blink. Mateo chasing him down, Mateo. The return of Mateo, folks. So, Mateo has just eliminated Chuvi, who looked 3 or 4 minutes ago like the strongest player in the game. He's eliminated by an Ascendant Mateo. An Ascendant Mateo with 26 stalkers. An army of 26 stalkers that are 0-0. Is he working on upgrades? No, of course not. But he is working on economy. He has a 3rd base. He has 55 probes. Certainly the most dangerous player. Now, in the meantime, I am engaged in an all-out war with a Limbs, who I had thought was the guy attacking me with carriers. Then I ran up here and found out that it wasn't him, and I have picked a fight with another person. Another person, by the way, who's also trying to get carriers. This is Carrier Town we're living in. So now I'm making another adjustment. I have commenced siege tank production. And so I'm going to try to kill off a Limbs here. Meanwhile, Mateo has decided he's going to strike the top right. Blink on top of the mothership again against the 5 carriers. What just happened? Oh, did he hit a... He hit a stasis ward. He must have hit 2 stasis wards. All of his stalkers are frozen in place. What? Why is Mr. Gold killing his own shield batteries? Okay, what is Mr. Gold doing? What? I don't... What just happened? Okay. Mr. Gold was killing his own units. Then he ran away. He's not microwing. He's not attacking. He stopped. He doesn't know how to play. He doesn't know how to play. He just can't. He can't possibly know how to play this game. Okay, if he had attack moved those carriers, void rays, not the Phoenix, but okay. And now Mateo's going to go home because clearly this Mr. Gold is fairly dangerous, even though he has no money. I don't know. I would guess that Mateo's going to go down to the bottom and get a lot more stalkers and come back. So let's leave that confusing situation where Mr. Gold's going to re-expand and see how it goes, and check out what is happening over here between me and a Limbs. A Limbs is getting more dangerous by the minute. Supplies now. I have 86 supply. A Limbs has 161 supply. But I am entrenched. I'm entrenched. So he's going to come in. The carriers are tough. My stem is good. My units are 01. He's got 1 armor. Trying to repair this bunker. He's trying to kill my orbital. Not the strongest move I've ever seen. I'm sending my guys to repair that. He made a really bad move, which allowed me to do some massive damage to him. So I'm at 79 supply now, and he's at 113. So I'm going to click on those carriers and try to take them directly down. I'm taking too much damage here, so I'm going to back off again. But that fight again was really good for me before. I'm at 71 supply versus his 105. As free-for-alls go, the big winner between Alims and myself, Ransom, is Mateo, who now is at 167 supply. And what's he building, folks? He's building stalkers. Stalkers? Is he building more stalkers and stalkers? And he's building some stalkers, and he's peppering in some stalkers with his stalkers. The old mass stalker strategy. He has 111 stalkers, so he has decided to get upgrades. I'm sure he has some more forges somewhere, but stalkers and stalkers and stalkers. So he's doing the strategy where you build stalkers, stalkers die, you build more stalkers. That's what he's doing. And again, while we dance and we dance and we dance, Alims and I, this is looking really good for Mateo right now. So I'm at 73 supply. I'm not gaining. I'm not able to expand given that I'm locked in battle, and I know that the longer the game goes, the less likely it is I'll have a chance. So this is going to be a back and forth where I'm just trying to trade and I'm trying to trade. It's like a lot of stalkers. That's a lot of stalkers. We've already established that Mateo likes stalkers. Now we can say Mateo depends on stalkers. He finds them necessary for his self-esteem, personal growth. His life is based around stalkers. He has 199 supply. How many stalkers? How many? 68. 68 stalkers. Basically, the supply that's not probes is stalkers, as that's pretty clear. And so Mr. Gold, at this point, his 3 carriers, not well. His 3 carriers and 15 photon cannons. 15 photon cannons against 111 stalkers for a guy who's just going to keep trading stalkers. Mr. Gold's dead. Mr. Gold is really very dead. Really dead. Blinking. Mateo's blinking. Man, this is making me want to play a game. And mass stalkers. But that's how Starcraft is. It might be great. It might be terrible. But it looks great right now. Let's check his supply. How much has he lost? Ooh, he lost a lot of stalkers. He's down to 113 supply. Down to 23 stalkers. He's lost about 40 stalkers. He's losing quite a few still to Dark Templar. Good tech switch out of Mr. Gold. A little bit late, but hey. So Mateo, who has 6,200 minerals and 2,200 gas, is in pretty great shape. Meanwhile, Limbs and I are whittling each other down. Limbs is at 183 supply. I'm at 104 supply. It's not looking good for me. Not looking good for me in this game. But it is looking good, looking better for Limbs, given that he's on a really powerful unit composition. Does he have upgrades? No, of course not. Why would he have upgrades? Does he have... He has... Oh, look! 21-minute air upgrade level 1 timing. Mr. Gold has not rebuilt their bases and it's being revealed. I did not notice that in the game. I scanned here and saw these Archons, and that didn't make me feel good because my army is not good against Archons. I got a lot of biological units, and Archons do extra damage to biological units. I have a lot of siege tanks. Those are pretty good in general, not great against Zealots. Marine tank is not great against Zealots in general, but I did expand. I'm trying. I knew I had to expand. Every time I came up this ramp at this point, the game was looking worse. He's got +1 on his biological. Here I'm just trying to anger him, trying to put him in a rage so that he might come down this ramp into the siege tank fire. He's not been willing to do that for quite a while. I'm stimming quite a bit. My medevacs have very, very little energy. He is coming down into siege tank fire. Here, I'm glad he has finally decided to just take his shots. I'm running. I get that Psystorm pretty much spelled the end of my army. 10 Marines just stemmed them. They're all red. Fighting Archons. And here I am resigning myself to yet another lift and move that'll probably be coming. Here I'm just thinking, how can I stay in this game and not die? So I do the bad guy move that's been done many times before. I yell at everyone who is alive, and I have no idea who that is, to hit green at the top because he's weakened. That's diplomacy, folks, or I don't know, anti-diplomacy, that if I can't beat Limbs, I surely just don't want him to win the game. So I do that while I'm just trying to wear him down. I'm trying to take every unit from him that I can and pull behind my last stand of 2 missile turrets. What does he have right now? He's been building more units this whole time, so he's at 192 supply, 7 carriers. It's all air units for the most part for him. He's up to 7 carriers, 3 Tempests. He's got an Archon in there. And I'm lifting, I'm running. Meanwhile, Mateo, with his 332 Stalkers, is wanting to completely remove all of the buildings of Mr. Gold from the game. And I'm running and trying to stay alive. So I'm building a command center right here in the middle of nowhere, because this is what I can see. I don't know much still about the map, but I want to stay alive and I don't want to be revealed. I've got a few buildings up here, 553 minerals. I'm trying to find an empty place on the map, find that that's not an empty place on the map. I ran past these 30 stalkers and was glad that they didn't just kill my guys. I'm trying to find another empty place, see that this is where Mateo lives. Had no idea about that until now. Find that this is an empty location up here. And the game is about to be pretty much a 1 versus 1 between Mateo, Stalker Man, and a Limbs. Carrier Man. Carrier Man with +1 armor, +1 attack on his carriers. Stalker Man with 333 Stalkers now. And Mateo ran past my command center and canceled. And now here comes the first big fight between our final standing 2 Protoss. The old blink directly on top. When you have 9,000 minerals, 4,000 gas, you don't have to worry much about blinking directly on top of Zealots, Archons, and Carriers. Typically that would be a terrible idea. But in this situation, I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do. And with that, Mateo has conquered Alems. He may lose every one of these units. Ooh, yes. Yes. Yes, he did. Okay. Wow. Yeah, Stalkers looked great for a few moments there. Is Alems going to switch his tech to kind of a Zealot Archon style with Stalkers? He's still building carriers. What does he anticipate? I'll tell you what he should anticipate. More Stalkers. I mean, Mateo's peppering and Zealots. Honestly, this is a more balanced composition, which will probably do a lot more consistent damage than the last force did. But, here, okay, micro Mateo. You're microing the wrong way. This is the army over here, Mateo. This is, okay. Mateo is relying on his massive economy to do a blink on top of Alems. Okay, we've got mass Zealots coming in. Alems is trading well. I think wait, that was just a round of, yeah, just a round of Zealots. We're storming the Zealots, but we don't have very much money as Alems. Alems is, yeah, Alems is just being run down in economy. Mateo's making some terrible moves, terrible engagements, but it doesn't matter. He does still have 4,900 minerals and 4,800 gas, and he's built another 20 Zealots. Alems. Carriers are good against Zealots. Carriers are good against Zealots. What's the response? Let's look at production for a moment. Oh, the old 28-minute Dark Templar switch out of Mateo's coming up. Carriers are killing Zealots. There's kind of a slow burn. 11 Zealots left. How many carriers? He's got 3 carriers. I think that Mateo's biding his time, making, Stalkers. There's a story about a guy who likes Stalkers. His name was Mateo, and he made Stalkers. I'm assuming there's, the blink, and we got another blink. Is there going to be another blink? Is there? Will there? No, not yet. He's going to take out the production. Oh, wait, there was another blink, and he blinked over there for some reason. Well, Mateo's looking pretty solid here. He has 4 bases. Wow, he has 4 bases in his... This was a big game hunter map. Is this... Okay, I played this. I didn't know this was a big game hunter. I didn't know that. I didn't know that everything was infinite. Okay. Alems with the Dark Templar switch as well is hurting Mateo. Where's the nearest observer for Mateo? He doesn't have one. That means Mateo's coming over to kill me. I rebuilt up to, maybe 20 SCVs, and now, again, I'm lifting and running away. So Mateo, going back to business, going up here to kill Alems if he can get... Nope, he still doesn't have detection. There are 8 Dark Templar. He's going to blink into that. Is he going to blink? Is he going to blink? Nope, he's not going to blink. Not going to blink. Not going to get detection. Alems has a detection. He's going to blink on top of the photon cannons. Try to kill off that Nexus there. He's being killed by all these Dark Templar. He's just running away. There are now 16 Dark Templar, which are pretty good against Stalkers. Hey, look, it's a command center flying through the air. I noticed that I should not fly my last command center towards the massive army of Stalkers. You would think I would bring a detector. I would think. Everybody would think that. I think everybody's thinking that right now, Mateo. But you didn't, because you still have 5,000 minerals, 4,000 gas, Is he gonna build a detector? He is. He's building detectors. He's building detector. Oh, and he says, two can play this game. Why can't I click on those? Two can play this game. Two can play this Dark Templar game. There's 17 Dark Templar for Mateo. Here I'm gonna lose another command center. Okay. Yeah, that was my last command center. I still have one building up here. So what's gonna happen? I build another command center, folks. Building another one. Alright, so we're looking at Stalker. Stalker. Dark Templar. A limbs. You shock me. You leave with all these units. You leave. So that just leaves me and Mateo. I would like to say that I'm going to get second in this free-for-all. I mean, I guess I did get second. In a manner of thinking, I think there are no rules about who gets second, first, third in a free-for-all deal. I mean, the only rule is that if you win a free-for-all, if you're the last man standing, you win. So I guess there is a rule. Anyone left? Yes, of course. Of course there's somebody left. As if he doesn't know. Now, I mean, what do you say to a guy who has 175 supply of Stalkers and Dark Templar when you have, what do I have? I've got an SCV. What do you say to a guy like that? Oh, you say nobody here but us chickens. That's what you say. That's what you say. So I threw him off. Threw him off with that. And he didn't know, I mean, he seems, yeah, Terran equals survivor, I said. And I'm floating, and I saw this army floater. He thinks I'm a floater. I think that's like a pejorative term. I don't appreciate being called that. But I did say, of course, that I'm a floater. I guess I'm floating like poop in a toilet. I have not kept good track of who has died and left the game. So, I asked him if he killed the top right toss. Killed everyone, I think. I mean, apparently I don't count as a person. I mean, I can understand why he'd say that. I have an SCV and a command center, but I think I count as a person. I think I count. So he says killed everyone, I think. So I looked at the tab at the top right, and I did see that he had killed everyone but me. So I think this free-for-all is not looking good. This free-for-all is not looking good. Free-for-alls are funny. They're funny. They are. He agrees. He agrees. This is the dialogue portion of the free-for-all. I was first one to almost die too. Rushed to gold. You should watch this replay. I've been killed and rebuilt 3 times. This is a great talk he and I are having. I feel like we're becoming buddies. You do the same. Oh, yeah. We'll both watch the replay. Great idea. I'm watching the replay right now with you all. So, I'm doing exactly what he says to do. Tell you what. Respect, Mateo. Respect. Oh. Yeah, at the time I didn't know what he meant by that. Watch what happened to me. That's what he meant. Yes, and I'm running. I'm running. I'm running. I'm running. They're coming. They're coming. They can't find me. They can't find me. Oh no, they found me. They found me. Drop the SCV. Drop the SCV. Drop the SCV. I didn't drop the SCV. Oh, I'm not dead. I'm not dead, folks. Or not. Yeah. Lured him into a false sense of security. With what? With what? With what you might imagine? With what you wonder? We got to play this all the way right. I lured him into a false sense of security with this refinery. Look, folks. It's got 24,000 Vespene in it. You know what I could do with that? I mean, a lot of stuff. I could do a lot of stuff. Free-for-alls are like an epic story, I said. And this was an epic story. This was an epic story. An epic story that... Oh, what a guy. What? How? How? How sad. That's it. He killed me with 0-0 Void Rays. to end that game. So Mateo's the winner. Mateo's the winner of this free-for-all against all odds, I would say, as he was the first one driven out of his main. This main right here, by Life. By Life, who at the moment still has 27 drones, 3 Zerglings, a Hydralisk, a couple of other units left. There's just no reason to kill him. So yeah, this was Mateo's main. And he had to make a new home down here in the bottom right. Turned out well for him. So we're going to close the stream, close this replay out. Thanks for watching Free For All Madness. Hopefully, in the future, I might win one. Free-for-alls are hard. Free-for-alls are really difficult. But I hope to win. I've won some in the past. I hope to win some more. But for now, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And this will end this episode of Free For All Madness. Y'all have a good